fries, green beans and baked beans, to collard greens, potato salad, and sweet dill corn. Stop by for lunch as they have specials Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 2 p.m. That's Soulful Casino, located in Havelock, where every bite you take fills the soul.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodmen is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodmen representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodmen of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Service Ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in May. Try their brand new cake batter cream cheese on any breakfast sandwich. Also, enjoy a new energy fusion drink with a variety of flavors and carrot cake muffins with cream cheese frosting. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe. You can get diesel anywhere. But what about Atomic Diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity.
It's time for the finish line with Bree Fansteel and James Rowland. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Start your engine!
Well, good evening to you, race fans, and welcome into another episode of The Finish Line. We are one person short today. Bree Fansteel had some go-kart obligations down at the Blue River Raceway. But, Bree, we're making up for your absence tonight. We've got Cole Newhoffen joining us in the studio and Matt Warner along with Rebecca Pearson and Master of Buttons, Ben. Welcome to the show, everybody.
I still like that.
Good. I hope you keep liking that.
It's the MOB, the Master of Buttons.
Yeah, yep.
I like that.
All right, good. We need to get him a T-shirt.
I like it.
I do need a T-shirt.
Okay, I think you need a T-shirt.
I think Rebecca knows somebody.
I'd wear it. I would like go to another state and wear it, and people are like, "What? You're the Master of Buttons?" Yep.
Well, we got to give the 3-legged stool a rival, from early break.
Yeah,
so maybe we can do that.
True.
All
right.
the
producers can wear it.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. And I know Austin likes buttons a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He says he likes to push buttons. So maybe he can be our backup.
I think everybody likes pressing.
I don't know. I don't know.
Can confirm.
All right. Well, you do an excellent job for us. We appreciate that, Ben.
Thank you. All right. I'll let you guys talk.
Okay. Excellent. Well, it'd be good if I mute my phone so we don't hear other people coming in here. So here we are. What is it? Sunday night? Yes. Memorial Day weekend. Awesome. Celebrating some of the celebrities in our lives across the United States from the military. We appreciate that. I have just gotten back from Washington, D.C. I missed the show last week when we had Tyson Jurgens on, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
And it was so great to get text from you and know that you were tuned in. It's nice to know that we've got some loyal listeners.
For sure. And you guys were great. And I thought he was amazing. That was a great conversation. And trying to choose bikes versus cars, wasn't that easy?
Yeah, that was all of Bree's doing, and it was an excellent guest choice. I think that's why we kind of let her handle the schedule, because she does an excellent job with it.
Yes, definitely. Well, we're missing her tonight because she has chosen Henry over us, of course. So for those who don't know Henry, this is her, I guess her live-in child, something to that effect, and he's go-karting. So they're out go-karting. Excellent.
Yeah, they had to push the start times back thanks to the rain this afternoon. They pushed them back from 1 to 6 over at Blue River Raceway in Crete. So they're kind of just getting underway now. I know she's going to text us some updates once he gets going.
Excellent. All right.
By the way, have you seen the fence around that little track? It's really, really cool.
You know, I haven't made it over to Blue River Raceway yet, but I have seen it in pictures. And as a guy that used to do a little bit of fencing myself, I can kind of nerd out on fencing just a little bit. And in the pictures that I've seen, it kind of looks like the fence over in turns 1 and 2 at Eagle Raceway that Empire Netting and Fence. Empire Netting and Fence is the official fencing partner at Eagle Raceway and the official fencing partner here at 93.7 The Ticket and 93.7 The Ticket FM. It just looks like the same fence, but on a smaller scale.
That's how we do it, baby.
I like it.
You're kind of all over, aren't you, Matt?
We try to help out. You know what? Whenever the kids are involved, by the way, if you need help with something, just pull on my heartstrings because I can't say no to those kids. So, but I wanted them to have a fence that looked a little bit like Eagle Raceway. So we bent it and formed it so it was like a miniature Eagle Raceway type fence around there. It turned out really cool. I was proud of the guys.
Yeah, that's great. Well, you're a wonderful supporter of the station and several of our shows, as well as the Joey Danley racing team. And we're going to have you guys talk about that tonight. But while we're speaking of sponsors, let me give a shout out to our main sponsor for this show, which is Stern Company. Stern sells mobile lubricants. So that's the best stuff out there, if I can endorse it that way. But, they are all about customer service and they are all about solving problems. So they like to understand your business. Your business needs to run like a well-oiled machine. So if you need fuels or lubricants, Stern Company is who you go to here in town, and they are a sponsor of ours. We also have a raceway sponsor, James.
That's right. Eagle Raceway, the world's fastest 1/3 mile, otherwise known as America's home track, otherwise known as One Badass Racetrack, home to great IMCA racing every Saturday night and specials going on throughout the summer. If you haven't checked it out yet, you definitely should, because when you go to Eagle Raceway, you go to party and a race breaks out.
And we also have yet another sponsor for our first segment. So before James gives us kind of a race roundup, we'll give a shout out to Mike Boston, who races sprints out at Eagle, but mainly is in his nighttime job. I guess he's doing welding and building chassis for great sprint cars all over the country. So shout out to Mike Boston and Eagle Chassis. Thank you for all of your support to allow us to do a motorsports show and BMX and a few other things that we cover.
The chassis builder of Joey Danley Racing, right?
That's
there.
right.
Thank you.
I like the plug.
That's very good. And so you can talk to us about that as we get going here. I guess, James, would you like to do the race roundup? So for our listeners, they know who won and who didn't.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm starting it off just a couple of minutes ago. Joseph Newgarden picked up his second Indianapolis 500 victory in a row. I think that was the first repeat winner since the early 80s. I heard it on the broadcast earlier. But earlier this week, over at the Clay County Fair Speedway in Spencer, Iowa, there was a really big IMCA stock car and sport mod show, over $250,000 in purse money. Mother Nature claimed the first couple nights of that one. In your hobby stocks down there on Wednesday night, it was Corey Probst picking up the win in the modifieds. Tom Berry Jr. Sport modified taking home $16,000 and some change. It was Matthew Luft. And in the stock cars, shocker here, Ricky Thornton Jr. picked up the win in a Jordan Grabowski Brand X / DeVilbiss stock car. Then moving over to Friday night at Beatrice Speedway. School's out for summer, so I get to go racing on Fridays. Your compact winner was Johnny Thomas. Hobby stocks was Nick Ronnebaum. He's a Kansas runner. Sport mods went to Cole Wayman. I got to zoom in on some of this stuff, and it kind of throws me for a loop. Stock cars, Kyle Vanover. Modifieds, Jordan Grabowski, and Chad Cook picked up your Race Saver Sprint Car feature winner, brought to you by Precise Roofing. Over at Boone County Raceway in the Crown Vic division, Carson Hageman picked up the win. Hobby stocks was Jason Wilkinson. Sport mods, Robbie Tom. Stock cars went to Jacob Anson and Corey Dumpert in the late models. Mother Nature also won a lot of races around the area throughout the weekends, though I thought that I would show a little bit of love to our go-kart runners over at Mini E Raceway. They have a beautiful fence built by Empire Netting and Fence. In the Cage Adult Clone, your winner was Camden Diedrichs. I'm working on my pronunciations here, guys. Working without a net. Cage Amateur went to Riker Logan Burke. Blue Wazoom winner was Austin Sterling. Cage Junior 1 went to Eli Dumpert. Cage Junior 2 went to Landon Rajewski. Your Cage Rookie Division went to Braxton Clapp Lovings. That one I might have typed wrong, so if you're listening in Braxton, excuse me. In your Flat Adult Clone, your winner was Dan Fay, and in your Flat Predator, it was Gary Ashcraft. Moving on to Saturday night over at the Off-Road Speedway, your Pro Stock 4, this guy, I've been saying his name a lot, Trent Reed picked up the win. Hobby Stocks went to Nate Buck. Cameron Meyer picked up the win in the Sport Mods. Stock Cars went to Kyle Wilkinson. I think he's related to Jason from over there at the Boone County Raceway. And your late model winner was Anthony Roth. In your World of Outlaws Sprint Cars at Atomic Speedway Friday night, saw David Gravel picking up the win, Sheldon Hodenshield picking up the win Saturday. I almost left that segment to you, Cole. Tomorrow they're going to be moving over to the Fremont Speedway. Next up, moving over to the Lucas Oil Speedway in Wheatland, Missouri. It was Show Me 100 week, one of the biggest late model races in the nation. Jonathan Davenport picked up the win at that one. Knoxville Raceway, your Pro Sprint winner was Jay Kinder. 360 Division, Aaron Reitzel, and your 410s went to Chase Randall. Then back to everybody's home track, Eagle Raceway last night. Barn burner of a show in about all 5 divisions. Your hobby stock winner was Dylan Richards. I believe he was the only winner who led flag to flag. Sport Mods went to Tyler Deakey. Big shout out to Tyler Deakey. His dad's been
My
running.
neighbor.
Your neighbor is Tyler Deakey.
I grew up with Tyler. So
Really?
I'm really proud of him.
I grew up watching his dad. Yeah, first career win. I always make sure to give a little bit of extra shout outs for your first career win. Just incredible thing. Then in your stock car division, Ari Schouten picked up the win. Not his first time to victory lane at Eagle Raceway, but his first time picking up a win in the IMCA stock cars. Moving on to your modifieds, Jackson Sadoff picked up a win. That's another guy with a dad who's won a lot in the area. And moving on to your Race Saver Sprint cars, we saw Stu Snyder pick up the win and the hard charger. Friday night, Stu also picked up the hard charger, so he not only got a right rear Friday night, but I believe Josh LePage put up a $200 bonus for the hard charger last night over at Eagle. Malvern Bank SLMR Series was over at Makokata Speedway somewhere in Iowa. Don't be mad at me, Anthony. I know you're listening because you guys rained out tonight. That winner was Justin Key. And then, of course, moving on to this morning, it's the greatest day in motorsports. Starting it off with the Monaco Grand Prix, Charles
Leclerc.
Thank you very much. Charles Leclerc picked up the win. So far this weekend in NASCAR at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, your truck winner was Nick Sanchez, and regular Cup Series driver Chase Elliott picked up the win in the Xfinity Series. Let's see who's leading the race right now. Coca-Cola 600 going on over at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Current top 5 is Martin Truex Jr., Josh Berry, Daniel Suarez, Chase Elliott, and Ty Gibbs.
Oh
and I think that's about all that I've got.
Did you breathe?
I just, to be quite frank with you, working on a time frame on radio, I just never know, so I just hammer through it.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, I think it's great. Everybody can catch up. You know, we love to support the community here, so people we want them to hear their name on the radio. First wins, your neighbor. I mean, everybody knows these people, so it's wonderful to hear all of the folks that are being successful in the area. And we have a great lineup today with Matt Warner and Cole Newhoffen. But before we go to that, I just want to remind everybody who's tuned in that they can text in at 402-464-5685, or they can chat in on YouTube, or hopefully listen to us, or tell your friends and family to listen to us on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube. And you can watch us on channel 961 on Allo. So we have got you covered. Please be a part of the show. That's one of the reasons we do this. We want the community to participate. So what do you think, James? Should we talk to our illustrious guests here for a few minutes?
Absolutely. But first, I got to thank you because I totally forgot to take down the phone number in my notes section this week. So you saved me on that one. Cole, last night over at Eagle, we talked a little bit about the show during our 93.7 The Ticket ad reads. I made sure to mispronounce your name 1,700 times, as I tend to do.
Have you got it right now? Can you say it correctly?
Newhoffen?
That's right. Yep.
There we go. All right.
I've said it wrong so many times, I don't know that
fine.
I can remember to
I'm
say it
used to
right.
it at this point.
Well, I had to spell it today because I was doing the post, and I was like, okay, I know how to say it, but I missed the L the first time around, but I got it the second time.
Oh man, on my race rundown notes, I oftentimes will spell it the wrong way just so I attempt to pronounce it the right way. You know, spell it as it sounds instead of how it looks.
So what kind of name is that, Cole? I know I asked you this last year when you were with us.
I think it's German.
German.
I don't know.
Okay. You don't know?
I think so. I think it's
Okay.
German.
I don't know if it's angry enough.
I'm not a very angry person, so
That's
maybe-
true. You are pretty laid back. I think that's why you and Joe get along so well.
Yeah. we have to even out Kevin. So
Yeah.
So tell us about racing with Joey Danley. So what's new this year? What's going on? How are things going?
so last year we started focusing on our 360 program, thanks to Empire that we were able to do that. We were able to get a second in the championship last year. So this year we're really focusing on trying to win the championship in that. So we just had our first 360 race last weekend and we got 9th or 8th, I think. So started off pretty decent. Otherwise, we're going to run Eagle on the off weekends of the 360 races. Other 305 races, we actually started off the year in Dodge City, which did not end well, but we moved on past that. But yeah, this year we're really focusing on our 360 program. We got a great engine from Myers Racing Engines in Kansas. So
Is this the one me and Troy brought back? No, that was the race.
That was
saver,
our
I think.
305. Yep. But yeah, we're focusing on that, trying to get better with that, and see if we can get a championship this year.
Chasing it down, trying to knock Stu Snyder off your back-to-back Malvern Bank 360 Series points leader. I guess the notice has been thrown. It's going to be a Danley Snyder battle over there throughout the rest of the year.
We're going to try our best.
And we're just getting going. So lots of
Yeah.
fun to come. We need to get people to go out to Eagle Raceway and watch all that excitement. Support the fans are great out there. Lots to do,
Absolutely.
lots to eat. Great place to hang out if you want to camp. There's all kinds of things you can do out at Eagle.
Man, Dan Taylor, speaking of eating, he was absolutely face stuffing last night. He had a boat of wings, walking tacos. He stole his nephew's buffalo chicken nachos. I mean, we got a
Stole
little.
them?
Yeah. Well,
How dare
he might have gave it to him.
Hmm.
But either way, I'm going to say that he stole him because I know that Dan's working right now and not listening. So he won't hear this till at least tomorrow when you check us out in podcast form on all your favorite podcast platforms.
Did you catch him on video, James, by chance?
No, but I totally could.
Yes. So next time, as you know, because we like to talk about unique circumstances.
Oh, I'll have to show you our hero cards for this year when we're done. Dan's a big donator to the Alzheimer's Association. So this year we had an idea because we always hang out in the pits and drink beer after the races like the racers do. So this year we're actually going to make some kind of goofy, silly announcer hero cards. Dan, myself, and PJ and Kurt Merrill, our sound director, will all have our own hero cards. They're kind of quirky and silly. Dan might have a hot dog shoved in his face in his hero card picture. I don't want to let too much out of the bag.
And for people who don't know who Dan Taylor is, do you want to tell people why they should pay attention?
Yeah, absolutely. He's the co-announcer out at Eagle Raceway. He's actually quite a busy guy. He also has a computer repair business. Shout out to Tailored Computers and Repair. He just got my mom a new one. So Dan Taylor is definitely a dude that stays busy. Like tonight, he's bartending over at Omaha's largest whiskey bar, Library Pub.
Oh,
Yeah, he's one of those guys that just doesn't know when to quit.
okay. I didn't know we had a whiskey bar in Omaha. I might have to go check that out.
Oh, it's incredible. Let me know. We'll go.
Yeah, that sounds great. Maybe we'll do a kind of a road trip and then we can tell everybody about it.
Live remotes at the library. I like it.
Yeah, me too. We used to go, there used to be a club called the Library in Washington, D.C. It's one that DP and I used to go to a lot, and it was one of my favorite places. So that'll have good memories for me, regardless.
Man, we already get along great. Now that you throw whiskey into the mix, it's going to be that much better.
You can't go wrong. Now, Cole, last time you were with us last year, me and Mike Melby, and as I recall, you had a really interesting story as to how you came to Joey Danley's team, and the listeners may not know exactly what you do for him. So would you mind sharing? Because not everybody will have heard that story.
So I started helping Joey when I was 13. I did a couple races just because at Eagle you had to be 14 to be able to go in the pits. So once I turned 14, that's when I really started doing it full time. I've done it ever since. This is year 8 for me, I believe, of helping Joey. Empire. I've got Empire on board 6. This is year 6 or 7, I think, of Empire being full go on the car. Just because when I first started helping Joey and Kevin, just a small local team. I mean, it's just Joey and Kevin paying for everything. So I really wanted us to level up because I knew we had the potential. I knew Joey was a good enough driver that we could do that. So I've known Matt my entire life.
We got some adoring fans outside.
We do. We have people outside. They want to come in. Maybe somebody can let them in.
That's a baseball player.
Oh, maybe
we
we
got
should let
baseball
them in.
players.
That was
so-
Kyle Perry.
Okay. Oh, that was Kyle? I didn't recognize him. Okay, great. We should get Kyle on.
All right, back on-
Sorry, Cole. Back to
on
you.
your Cole story.
We're distracted by the winning baseball
what
team.
was
Yeah.
that? Yeah, I went to Matt with the idea. I'm like, because I've known Matt my entire life.
Yeah,
as far as I can remember. And I knew him before he even started Empire. So when he first started Empire and it started growing, is about when I really got started into racing. So that's when I approached him with the idea of let's have an Empire sprint car.
He didn't approach me. He harassed me.
Well, to get you to go out to the races to
Yes.
begin with, I just wanted him to go watch.
Yeah. So Melanie and I'm just full transparency. We're not like lifelong fans. And hey, Kyle Perry, how you doing, brother? Hey, by the way, I do love ships, and you got a championship.
Most outstanding player right here.
Awesome. Okay, you guys got
Right
the
here.
mic now. We're
Holy cow, this is going rogue. This is,
Yeah, this
I'm
is.
sorry.
Hey,
supposed to happen?
Going rogue. No,
I
you
mean,
shouldn't
it's
be
not
sorry.
every day that you have a Big Ten championship baseball team walk in.
We got the winning baseball team here. You guys take the mic. Tell us how you're feeling.
Stay right there. I think that-
No,
We just wanted to come say hi.
well, grab the mic and
Rebecca,
say hi to the listeners.
this is going way off the
folks?
this is going off the rails. Here, put this on. You'll look cool.
Okay.
I really don't know what I'm doing. What do I do with my hands?
Hey,
Up-
just rest them on the table.
Hey,
man.
what's it like? What's it like to win a Big Ten championship, boys?
This is unreal, man. This
All
is unreal, and
Hey,
we're
did you get those little things that pop up on your arm? What they called? Little goosebumps? Did that happen just a little tiny bit?
that happened a couple days
And
ago.
did you cry?
I cried so hard.
You
Matt,
cried
would've been
like a
so
baby,
proud of me. I
didn't you?
cried like a baby. You look like you at the wedding.
I mean, you're still
I
red
look
in the
like you
face.
at the wedding. I sure am. I probably am. It's unreal.
Hey,
It's unreal. It's such
it's
a
a big
great
reason
feeling.
to celebrate. Happy
Absolutely.
tears are great tears.
Absolutely.
I
No,
love
I was crying like I was sad. It was ridiculous. But
That's
it's
awesome.
great to see you guys. Thanks
Well-
for having us. Go
Well,
ahead.
you know-
Go ahead,
you know what-
Josh, come on. Hey, Josh
Yeah.
Karen, everybody.
I mean,
Josh Karen.
I just wanted to say, hey, how we doing?
Josh
Yeah.
Karen, he's the most outstanding player. He had like what, 7 home runs?
6.
6 home runs. Six.
He knew.
He had 6 home runs in the Big Ten tournament. The guy's unreal. Has unbelievable power in his bat. He's just an unbelievable kid. You guys would love him. You know, it's just we were walking by, we saw everybody talking, so we decided to stop on by and
Just wanted to say,
sorry. But no, Josh Karen, he's the man. He's the absolute man. We wouldn't be anywhere without him. So
Well,
I
I
just
will
wanna
tell. I'll
introduce
tell you
you
what,
guys.
though. What a heart that team had to battle back. I mean, I'm glad you did it the tough way, though. That way, you feel like you really earned something by going through that bottom bracket, right? Anybody can go through the top bracket,
no
and win,
doubt.
but to go through the bottom. Hey, where are you going next? Where's regionals?
What do you think, Karen?
I saw Kentucky this morning.
Oh, you did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Wherever we go, they're gonna get a hell of a fight.
Yeah, baby.
They're
All right,
gonna
I
get
like
our
your
best shot.
attitude.
We're
I got.
excited.
Ooh,
We're
I
excited.
got goosebumps.
There you go. There's those things.
Yeah, they
They'll-
pop up.
That's
They'll
right.
get our best
That's
shot.
awesome.
That's for sure.
Well, I'll tell you what, the state of Nebraska should be proud of you boys. You really battled hard. You worked hard. You guys have had a roller coaster season. Now, there was times that people were like dogging on you, and I'm like, wait a minute. It's baseball, baby.
No doubt.
It takes a while to get to the end.
No doubt. No,
No,
it's a roller coaster season.
I promise you this, the entire state is incredibly happy. And that football team is celebrating more than ever because they're like, all right, let's get this thing rolling right now.
That's right.
And we'll just take it right into the fall with the volleyball. I mean, everybody's just going to pile onto it. So
That's
good
right.
job,
Nebraska
boys.
hype train's building.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
No
That's
doubt.
right.
No
Started
doubt.
here tonight
That's right.
by a race show going rogue into baseball.
That's
Hey.
right here on
Good.
93.7
We
The
call that
Ticket.
a plot twist, baby.
That's
You
good.
guys be good. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Thanks for jumping
Take
in
care,
and go
everyone.
Big Red.
Go Big Red.
Yeah, absolutely. I think with
Thanks so
that,
much for
Thank you so
stopping
much.
by.
Appreciate
We're
it.
Oh,
super
yeah.
excited. For
Thank you.
know we
Matt.
were a friend in the
That happened.
Oh, boy.
oh, absolutely. We got to
Guys,
get the
stay
hugs
happy.
out of the way. We got to pay some bills here, folks. We will be right back on the finish line at 93.7 The Ticket. Stay tuned.
You can get diesel anywhere. But what about Atomic Diesel? That comes from Stern. Atomic Diesel is your solution to all your cold weather problems. Prevent clogged fuel filters, increase your fuel economy, and save money with Atomic Diesel. Contact Roger at Stern today by calling 1-800-477-2744 to see how Atomic Diesel and the rest of their line of fuels and lubricants can keep your operation running at max capacity. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln. Gaina Trucking is hiring for heavy equipment operators and a heavy equipment mechanic. Working at Gaina Trucking is a great career with excellent team culture, with benefit package including competitive pay based on experience, health, vision, and dental insurance, and a 401k plan. If you're looking for a new job as a heavy equipment operator or mechanic, apply online at GainaTrucking.com or call 402-794-5000. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking. What a day. I could sure use an afternoon pick-me-up. Hold up. The new 93.7 The Ticket location has a milk, coffee, and tea inside? Oh, yeah. This is a game changer.
Need an afternoon pick-me-up? How about a coffee or smoothie on your way to work? Stop by the Ticket Mill location on 1040 O Street to get your go-to drink or try out our new game day drinks, exclusive to the Ticket Mill location. We know it'll make your day a million times better.
Gaina Trucking is hiring for heavy equipment operators and a heavy equipment mechanic. Working at Gaina Trucking is a great career with excellent team culture, with benefit package including competitive pay based on experience, health, vision, and dental insurance, and a 401k plan. If you're looking for a new job as a heavy equipment operator or mechanic, apply online at GainaTrucking.com or call 402-794-5000. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking.
How do people feel about getting Big Fitness Energy at Planet Fitness for $1 down and $10 a month? They feel as thrilled as a kid the first summer they're tall enough to ride the roller coaster! That's right. When you join Planet Fitness right now, you get access to tons of equipment and free fitness training in a clean and spacious club. Don't wait. Join the judgment-free zone today for that all-day energy. Download the free Planet Fitness app and join today for $1 down, $10 a month.
Deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
High schoolers, unleash your creativity and learn about potential careers in broadcasting at the Digital Expressions Media Camp. Have fun, make friends, and get hands-on experience with video and radio production June 9th through the 14th at the University of Nebraska at Kearney. Scholarships are available from the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and spots are limited. Learn more at digitalexpressionscamp.com. That's digitalexpressionscamp.com.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why?
Because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Allo Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela, they let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit allofiber.com to switch today.
Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
On the block with Strick and Austin.
It's, hey, he looked as advertised. He looked really good in the spring game. And because of that, we're going back to a bowl game this year, is what Husker fans are telling them. So I think the fans have a more realistic perspective, and I think this coaching staff has done a really good job of handling Dylan Raiola and the expectations around him.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to the finish line with Bree Fansteel and James Rowland on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back, race fans, into the finish line. We've gotten our baseball portion of the program over with. We'll get right back into racing. Currently, your top five over at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, Coca-Cola 600. Your leader is William Byron. Second place, Chase Elliott. Third place, Denny Hamlin. Fourth goes to Bubba Wallace. And rounding out your top five, Alex Bowman. Now, over the break, I understand that our fearless co-host over at the go-kart track had a question for Cole Newhoffen.
Yeah, she said, ask Cole what is on the menu next week after the races. My crew would like to know.
So backstory, Bree's always at the car wash that we go to after the races, and Kenny, Joey's brother, usually brings us food. So usually it's either Burger King
or Amigos.
Sometimes last night it was pizza because Kenny wasn't there.
What pizza from where?
Casey's.
Okay.
Casey's was
Of course.
the closest,
That's
and it was
good.
open. But
That's good.
And if we win, Kenny usually gets enough to feed about a family of 50. So we usually have
I'm gonna
extra,
start going
so-
to the car wash again.
Yeah, if you want to go to the Havelock car wash and say hi to us after the races, we're usually there.
We used to have a lot of fun down there when I was hanging out with Joey back in the compact and sport
Yeah.
mod days, and it's nice to see that some things never change between pizza, Burger King, and Amigos at the car wash.
Yep.
Well, I like that. So, so the hangout after the track is going to the car wash.
Yep.
Okay.
Most
And
people wash the next day, but we like to get it done so we can have our Sundays off.
That's right.
This is a do-it-yourself car wash, I assume.
Yeah,
Okay.
I wash the car.
Yeah. But it's got
Joey and Kevin are
hoses
not good
and-
at washing the car, so
Oh.
I wash the car.
Yeah, feed it
Joey's
30
the
bucks
driver.
worth of quarters. It'll do it.
You want the driver to be the driver, probably, generally. All right, so that's the party place on Saturday night. At what time do you get to the car wash? Generally midnight.
Well, if we win, we're usually at the track for a while.
Right.
So if we don't do very good, we're usually like out of there pretty quick. So
Okay.
if we win, it'll be probably around. Roger usually gets in around 10:30, so we're usually there by like 11:30.
Hey, I want to kind of toot Eagle Raceway's horn here a little bit.
Last night was impressive.
Yeah, we finished the show in 2 hours and 56 minutes,
Wow.
131 cars, 5 divisions, and one of our longer intermission activities with the kart exhibition.
And just to put that in perspective, that is not the norm anywhere else in the country.
No.
No other track can do it like Roger does.
Yeah.
Yep.
No,
He
they're
does a good
super
job.
efficient.
As
Yeah.
cars are rolling off the track, cars are rolling on the track. We've been to race tracks where there's only 3 classes and it takes 4 hours to get the show done. It's
Yeah,
just
so
like ridiculous.
I
So,
used to do club events and I was the master at that. So everybody always wanted me to run the track because I was like, yep, last one's off, first one's on, you're rolling through, otherwise
Move
you
it,
either
move
literally-
it,
you
move it.
That's right. Yeah. And if you don't have cautions, obviously that
Yeah.
makes it quicker too. But okay, so it was a good night at the track. We know where the car wash is. We know it's on the menu. Casey's Pizza is great, by the way.
the
I love
Havelock
Casey's.
car wash right across from Russ's Market.
Okay, so if you want to hang with the winners and meet some celebrities, get some autographs, they can show up at 11:30
Maybe
at
some
night.
free food.
Maybe some free food.
if we don't eat it all.
Nice. Well, before we had our celebrity baseball players here, which shout out to Nebraska Huskers, go Huskers, awesome. We were talking about how you guys met and how you got Matt involved in the race team.
You pulled the kid card and got the heartstrings tug at.
He did. He really did.
Yeah, so I don't really know how my parents met you guys, but like I said, I've known Matt my entire life. I knew him before when Empire was just an idea. And then I approached him, got him, said, you need to come out to the races and just watch the team. And then it kind of, you can take it from there, Matt.
Let's just say we started with a little sticker and now we basically
Trailer,
Yeah.
car.
Yeah. Own the car.
Suit.
Speaking of, you got a new trailer, didn't you?
Yes, we did. Fine. We did get a new trailer this year. So.
But you knew Matt before Empire existed as Empire? Because Matt's story about starting Empire, I mean, get the Kleenex out, right? This is
Yeah.
another great story. So you want to tell a little bit about Empire?
No, let's stick to Joey Danley Racing.
Well,
you know what? Here's the thing. So I'm passionate about people that are passionate about whatever their passion is, right? I just said passion a lot, but the idea is I love to see people dive in and just go all in. And that's what I am with business. I love business. I love studying business. I watch businesses. Every single day I'm studying business. Well, Cole has been passionate about racing ever since he was little. And I saw that fire and I thought, you know what? That's what we want to be a part of. And then I met Joe and he was extremely humble. We like that killer instinct of I want to win, but I'm going to behave and be nice.
It's a culture that you talk about all the time.
I'm extremely passionate about culture and he fits our culture. He is absolutely an incredible young man. So it's easy to sponsor somebody that's like that. So for us, we jumped in and then we started going and now I'll be honest with you, I never dreamed Melanie would like it. And now she's bugging me. So why aren't we going racing? And I'm like, oh, sure. Let's go racing. So, and now we actually understand it. So I'm a newbie, but here's what's really cool is I had a whole bunch of my friends that have been in racing and the racing community will welcome you right in.
You got that right.
If you ask a question, they'll be like, oh, no, this is what's going on. Or they'll tell you about what's going on. Then I started learning how important the car setup is and how the track conditions and whatever, however Roger works the track can make a difference on how you set up the car. And there's just so much more to it that I was like, holy cow, there's some science, like physics and science, that wing is basically an upside down airplane. Wing. So it's just for me to watch that and to go be a part of it. And now we do sponsorships at Eagle. We do, matter of fact, when they wrecked the fence the other week, we had a crew out that next week fixing that. So now it's been more than just Joey Danley Racing for us. It's been
supporting the whole community,
trying to be a part of. And we have 4 or 5 other cars that we put stickers on, and we try to help them out a little bit. Joey is our biggest push.
But one of the things I know about the story, you know as much as anybody in business, you have to sort of invest to see success. And you were a game changer for this team, as I recall, right? To give them the kind of support they needed and to help them be all that they could be.
Yeah, sprint cars are very expensive. Everybody knows that. It takes money to be competitive. It takes money to get the best parts, the best motors, the best tires. I mean, you want to put new tires on every week. If you want to buy a tire, it's $300 right there out the window. Usually good for one race. So our sprint car teams can't survive without sponsors. They're very important if you want to be competitive. I mean, you can go out to the races and race without sponsorship, but if you want to be competitive, you want to win championships, you want to be the best out there, you need sponsors. So that's where I wanted to level up our team and get us to that level. And a couple years later, after Matt, we went really all in with Matt and our team. We won a
sat
championship.
down as a team too. These guys included me in their goal setting. I'm a big goal setter, so they came and we met in my office and we sat down. We said, "What's the deal?" And I told them I want a track championship. That's what I want. I want to win. And I was pretty adamant. And I think it kind of went back and forth. And I just said, I want a ship. And then we got runner up that very next year, and then we won it the year after. So, and now I really want to get the next championship. I like ships. Yeah.
And you know the difference when you're a sponsor, there's all kinds of things you can do. You can put your name on the car, you can be a fan, you can have appearances. There's all kinds of things you do. But if you're a sponsor and you're into business and racing, I manage the motorsports program for largest company in the world, ExxonMobil, NASCAR, Formula One, all that stuff. The more engaged the sponsors are, the more motivating it is for the teams. Like it's not a ton of fun to have a sponsor that you never see. So I know this relationship is really special because you know that they're cheering you on. And he said, I want to win. How can I help? And, was a part of the team, as part of that planning.
And it's just super cool because they're kind of our good luck charm. I mean, Matt's son, Ben, I swear, has like a 90% winning percentage when he shows up. So I'm trying to get him to go like every week. Like we need more wins here. But yeah, just to put it back in perspective, before Matt came on board, we probably got 2 wins a year was probably the most we ever got. And since Matt has supported us, being the primary sponsor on the car, we've won 3 or 4 races every year since then. So we've had the most wins by a single car in the division.
Well, let's don't give us too much credit. Joey has really matured nicely as a driver, and he has changed his approach a little bit, and he manages the track really well. You guys see it week in week. He has just really matured nicely, and we just got to be a good fortune to come along at the right time. So
speaking of maturity,
don't take too much.
I first met Joey. This is a story Cole might have heard, but I know that I haven't told it to you. I first met Joey. I was a senior in high school, and Joey is 3 or 4 years younger than me. My first day in auto tech class at Lincoln High, I see 2 resource officers and the principal come in and say, "Hey, is Joey Danley in here?" Apparently, somebody had said that Joey had a knife. Of course, he did not. But my smart self goes, "Are you the same Joey Danley that races compacts at Eagle Raceway?" Been friends ever since.
That's awesome.
Well, of course, Terry didn't exactly harm that friendship either, because that's about the time that they met.
So you've been following Joey grow up. You've been following that. You've been around it the whole time. What is his training regimen? What's he doing to be successful? He's obviously a winner and still going.
He's doing more dad stuff than iRacing these days, right?
And working a ton of hours too.
He works at LES a ton of hours. So
in the old LES building.
Yep.
So tribute to hats off to you, Joe.
Yeah. We've just been able to race a lot more So I just think the more laps he's gotten, the better he's gotten, the smarter decisions. I mean, with 360s, it takes laps. I mean, 305 to 360 is a huge jump. Just with competitors, the strength of equipment you're going up against, the drivers you're going up against. I mean, most of the people we race with, some of them are doing it for a living. So the more he races the 360s, the better we've gotten. So it's just more laps, better you get. Just like with any sport, practice.
What's the when you're a driver, and this would be a good question for him and our next sprint driver here, or even sport mods, but what are you trying to achieve when you're practicing and getting better? Are you working on the turns and turning in at the right place to make that the shortest distance around the track, or what is the
I don't know, if I can really speak for Joey, but it's just consistency. How to like feel how fast your car is. Like if you run the bottom, you're like, okay, that was a good lap. But like Joey has said, like Joey's usually on the top. Everybody knows Joey at Eagle Raceway of being the first one to the cushion.
Yep. And why does he like the top, or why does a driver like the top?
It's just
cleaner.
It depends on the track, but the top takes a lot more guts to run. It's more treacherous, so
carries a lot more momentum usually.
But like maturity as a driver wise, like sometimes you have to be patient on the bottom. The bottom may feel like it's slower, but it's really the place you have to be. So he's gotten better at slowing down to be fast. Sometimes you have to slow down to go faster.
Most definitely.
So that's hard sometimes for drivers to recognize, I feel like. So he's gotten tremendously better, and 360s like emphasize that a lot more. So,
and I think that's common. My background is on pavement, but I think it's it's similar. That's why I'm curious. I have yet to go in a dirt track car, but there are similarities. Definitely going slow to go fast, and finding that comfort for your car and your setup, right? That sort of fastest.
It's just like
speed around the track.
Like when I'm watching a race, I've race monitored up on my phone. I can see lap times. Like, okay, that was a good lap. That was a good lap. But in Joey's seat, he doesn't know what lap he just turned. He doesn't know if it was a good lap. No. So it's just the feel in the seat of, was that a good lap? Is that where I'm supposed to be? Am I getting the most out of the car right there? So
what kind of feedback do you ask for from him?
A lot of my feedback, or what we talk about, is just grip. Like how much grip do we have? Is the car turning enough? Joey usually says it's too tight. It just depends on the surface. So tight means he's turning, but the car's not turning. So,
but you can't make adjustments. You have 8 laps or 10 laps, whatever to go, right?
We just have a debrief usually after every race. Where we're pretty good. I look at lap times. Yeah, we were fast. Sometimes it'll be like, that didn't feel very good, and I pull up the lap times. I'm like, we're fastest. I don't know what you're talking about, but it's just, how's the car feeling? What's the grip level? What do you think the track's gonna do? That's just kind of how our communication goes back and forth.
Great. Okay. Well, maybe we'll take a break and we'll come back and chat a little bit. I want to talk about the fan experience because you bring the whole family to the track, Matt, and you have done too, Cole. So we'll talk a little bit about that when we come back on 93.7 The Ticket.
Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People City Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Spring often marks the beginning of severe weather, which can lead to power outages. LES wants you to be prepared before the storm. Restock your emergency kit, update your info with LES, and if you encounter an outage, report it at les.com/report.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Play ball! Ready to unleash the fun with Salt Dogs Baseball? Join us at Haymarket Park for 50 action-packed games running through August. Stay ahead of the game by visiting saltdogs.com for updates on exciting promotions, giveaways, and events happening each week. Experience a change-up from your typical family night, or make it a Grand Slam good time with friends and coworkers. Strike three, you're out! Don't miss the fun happening all summer long. Visit saltdogs.com to get your tickets and unleash the fun.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group are Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl Jordan with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Let's talk about versatility today. Unlike flowers that wither and die or chocolates that disappear in a heartbeat, jewelry is the solid move here, guys. Yes, she will cherish it, but more important than anything, she will brag about it and brag about you. And that's what it's all about. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Old School with DP and J.
Very small percentage of players, coaches, administrators thinking like, I'm planting my flag here. Nick Saban's run probably won't happen. It takes a very unique person and personality to be comfortable where you are, be strong enough to push to get what you need, and then also be very strong enough in a player's standpoint to advocate for yourself at the right time.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to the finish line with Bree Fansteel and James Rowland on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Okay, welcome back into the finish line at 93.7 The Ticket. We are on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, channel 961 and Allo. You can text us with a question, 402-434-464. I just lost it all of a sudden.
What the heck just happened?
I don't know. Age, whatever.
That's the first time she's ever messed that up, I swear.
402-464-5685. Sorry. Okay, I got to get my practice in. All right, please join us if you have questions or you just want to put some chats in the comments. That's awesome. We're here with Cole Newhoffen, crew chief for Joey Danley, Matt Warner, owner of Empire Fence and Netting, and a few other things, and also sponsor for the team. Great conversation about what it's like to, have grown up with Joey Danley and watching his success. And we're wishing him even greater success as we go on out. And, this is a way to get coverage for him. So we invite him, if he's listening, we invite him to come on when he's ready. Matt, you mentioned a little bit about Melanie really loves racing now. You take the whole family to the track. What is that experience? Are we packing the cooler? Are we camping out? What is that?
Well, I don't want to divulge too much.
Okay. But no secret.
But we have really enjoyed it, and it's mostly just because she has kind of adopted Joey. She just fell in love with the kid and just wants him to win and do well. Matter of fact, when something does happen on the track and he wrecks or whatever, she is just a nervous wreck, along with Cole's mom and a lot of other. I mean, everybody is. It's incredible. Sure. And then I'll tell you what, though, this is what I found. Can I go a different direction?
Yeah, sure.
So he got in a wreck one time, really, really bad. The car went like top, bottom, which was jaw dropping. But what was incredible is they got like a whole bunch of other teams came in.
Oh, I remember this one.
And they literally put this car, and I don't know the extent of it because I'm not you never want me to ever work on your car. But they all put the car back together and got him back out and back on the track, which and those are the guys that he's going out to try to beat, and they're trying to beat him, but yet that's part of that Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, they all want the best out there. So they really wanted Joe back out there to race, which that's kind of our hook in racing, is that family atmosphere. And when I look around, there's little kids, there's old people, young people, just everybody is there. And for us, it was, oh my gosh, we can load up the whole family here. Matter of fact, Saturday night, I brought a client of ours that's from Pennsylvania that was driving through. We took them out there. They'd never been racing before, ever. So we took them out there and had a great experience. And just that part of it, and our company, a lot of our guys, they love the tickets to go and watch and cheer, and they like to see that Empire brand on the car. And then they all have their own other cars that they've always followed. So, so it's been the fan experience at Eagle. And I tell you what, we really are spoiled because
you're right.
I had no idea what we have right in our backyard and the competition and how good they are. I mean, Tyler Drucke, Grossenbach, all these guys, they're really, really good. I mean, it's amazing racing. So, and they're fierce competitors, and but it's amazing to me that when something does happen, that family really comes together. And if somebody does get hurt, they raise money so quickly, and they jump on it. They don't mess around. But that's part of that fierce competitiveness of. But yet, when between the flags, we're going to get along and be competitors together and in life.
Yeah, it's a great melting pot community, and we truly have stuff for all ages. I mean, Cole, you can
even have a
as well.
non-smoking, non-drinking area for families.
Right?
Does every track have that?
No, absolutely not.
That is so cool.
As a former smoker, I can vouch and say that you really can't smoke in any grandstands anymore. So it actually is kind of nice that you get the best of both worlds there at Eagle.
Right. And most racing that I've been exposed to, Formula One is an exception, but the rest of them are kind of family oriented. I mean, NASCAR is exactly like that. I could go to Eagle and feel like I'm at a NASCAR race. It is very family oriented. Everything's built around the kids. You know, there's all kinds of things to do to interact. Eagle's excellent at making sure there's activities, at the breaks and for the kids, and there's ice cream cones and, all of that. And it's safe, right? It's just, it's a really nice place to hang out.
Yeah, absolutely. And everybody looks out for everybody. Like, we have an ad read every night reminding parents to not lose their kids and to keep an eye on people. But even if your son or daughter were to wander off, odds are somebody in the next section is going to notice them and be like, hey, your parents sit over here. Let's get you back to where you need to be.
Yeah.
Right. And so you announce at Beatrice at the racetrack, right? What are some of the things that you think about at the Beatrice racetrack that make it kind of a family place to go?
This year it's kind of something different. We're really starting to see something special down there because myself growing up down there and going with my grandparents, it seemed like we had a lot more of that Eagle type of atmosphere and a lot more people. And what I've noticed at Beatrice this year is our car counts are going up and our crowd counts are going up. Now, Beatrice doesn't have the playground that Eagle does or the kids color run at intermission, but they do a lot of special stuff for kids at Beatrice. I know during the fair night races, we're going to have a Power Wheels demolition derby. They have kids bike races and candy grabs and stuff. So there's at any racetrack that you go to, you're going to find something for all ages. I mean, you pointed it out very well. We've got ice cream cones and playgrounds at Eagle Raceway for the kids. And we've got souvenir shops with blinged out koozies for your wife or hoodies for when it gets cold, die-cast cars for kids. And then for the adults, I mean, we've got just about any mixed drink or cold beer that you could imagine. We try and keep good music going of all genres. It truly is a family deal, and it's a good party. Well, most of the time.
Most of the time.
Every once in a while, we get you'll get a little bit rowdy, but we do have some off-duty state patrol people who are our security out there, and they do a phenomenal job.
Right. But in general, I think to me, it feels very accommodating. And even when you go in the pits, we talk about the race community. People will help you out with parts.
Yep.
You don't have a part, tire, whatever you're missing,
Yeah.
people will loan it to you so that you can get back out there and race. That's one thing I remember, even club stuff that I would do.
And that even
to help
happens to
with.
people that don't like each other.
Mhm.
Like Matt was saying, it's all for having the best competition possible around you.
Right. And it's sort of the unwritten rules of, racing and,
Yeah.
and being in the paddocks, because you never know when you're going to need something from someone. Right. So you try to do those kinds of things. So for people that are looking for something to do, our listeners who have families and kids, then, think about going to Beatrice or to Eagle. For our business folks, we have a lot of them that listen to 93.7 The Ticket. Think about sponsoring some of these teams. It's great fun. You're meeting some incredible people. You've heard Matt talk about the relationship with Joey and watching him grow up. Cole's grown up with that. These are awesome people. So you get to meet a whole new circle of friends and experience something very different.
An example that I always give to potential marketing partners is, and it's very important to help out like our local Little League teams and things like that. At a Little League game, you're going to have 100 to 200 people there. If you have your name on the side of a race car at Eagle Raceway, it's going to be seen by 3,000 to 5,000 people every Saturday night from April to September.
Well, brand awareness, as a business guy, brand awareness is so big, and it's hard to measure an ROI on brand awareness, but people actually know our E and our crown because they see it on top of Joe's car. And that was part of our
We've
strategy.
talked about this a lot. So usually, like when Joey first started, we'd have a different scheme every single year. But then when Matt came on board, we're kind of like, let's just stick with the same scheme for a while, because everybody knows the Kyle Busch M&M's car, the Jeff Gordon 24 car.
Exactly.
Let's have Joey Danley 14 Empire car.
Yep.
That's going to be us. So I feel like it's
Absolutely.
pretty recognizable right now.
Awesome. Well, great to have you on. Matt Warner from Empire Fence and Netting, Cole Newhoffen, crew chief for Joey Danley, James Rowland, Bree, we miss you. Come back. I'm Rebecca Pearson. Next week, we will have Chris Harrison from SCCA. And stay tuned because Ricky C. Simmons will be here with Irving Brown. Don't miss it. We're out with the finish line, 937 The Ticket.
The Drive with AD Raff and Amon Gray.
And what I enjoyed about being a Jordan athlete, not only beyond getting the shoes, was the fact he handpicked his athletes at that time. I remember meeting him for the first time. He said, I picked you myself. I watched you, the way you ran the ball. He's like, if I played football, I would play like that. I was just like, I'm sitting there like, I was like, appreciate you, bro.
AG, to have the GOAT to say those words to you, man, those are the things like you mentioned, man, you never forget.
Weekdays from 8 to 10 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating